Cucurella to Manchester United is real. Cucurella to Manchester United is the #1 option for Erik ten Hag. Chelsea Football Club are actively searching for a new number 10, and when I tell you we have been linked with every single person under the book, Barcola, Cherki, Emile Smith-Rowe, and you can even go as to Ferran Torres. Yes, Ferran Torres. However, Chelsea are going after a secret individual that they don't want to leak. So we're going to be snooping around. We're going to go and dig deep, and we're going to try to work out who this is. Get ready. Welcome to the Kavkas View. Let's get it started. Welcome to the Kavkas View, brother. Today's video is a very interesting one, but before we get started, I need a massive favor. Hit the like button now. You are going to forget. Honestly, you genuinely will forget. So support the cause. It's the easiest way to do it. And more importantly, if you're new, subscribe, because we've got a road to 100k and we're only on 30,000. So we better start riding that bike as quick as possible. Otherwise, just do it now, please. Let's move on with the story. I feel like I want to start off today with the number 10 hunt. Look, we know that Mauricio Pochettino has come out on numerous occasions and reiterated he wanted an individual to come in and support us, but he also wanted that the individual that comes in fits the correct criteria in terms of attitude. So basically is a good egg for the team. However, and this is the big one, he doesn't block the pathway of Armando Broja, he doesn't block the pathway of Carney Chukwuemeka or Christopher Nkunku when he returns. So he's looking for an individual that is a 10, is a right winger, a left winger, all together that can come in, literally fill a spot, and if anything, push him when he comes instead of push him out the team completely. So what has happened? Well, we've been linked with everybody, and then we're starting to get truth why Barcola didn't happen. So Chelsea were last week talking to Barcola and Barcola's people at Lyon. However, the deal basically is off the table. As of this moment, Chelsea are no longer interested in Barcola. The fee is way too expensive. Chelsea are looking to spend around about £40 million. That's what the reports are coming out. Lyon were trying to negotiate a deal for around about 50 million, but they also wanted Andreas Santos on loan. But as we know, Santos has gone on loan to Nottingham Forest and will be there, acclimatizing himself to life in England, basically. That's the way I can see it, and getting some acclimatization and key minutes and experience to the Premier League. That's a good deal if he plays, and that's a big if. And for me, I'm kind of glad that we didn't get Barcola, because I'm about to be a little party pooper. I've watched Barcola twice this year, right? So a little bit of a put my hat on, the scouting hat, you know, and I wanted to watch Barcola and Cherki, Ryan Cherki as well. And both times I've left very disappointed. I didn't notice Barcola in the first game. I kept an intense eye on Cherki, had 10 minutes in the 90 minutes. Yesterday's game against Nice, poor, both of them. Like, every time they got the ball, they just look nonchalant, they look lethargic, they look like they don't know what they're doing. No explosiveness, no technique, just very meh, not ready for Chelsea Football Club. Look, I'm not going to sit here and say they're not talented. Anyone can see that they're talented. Anyone can see they've got ability, but we don't need that right now. We need somebody to come in and contribute. And if we're not going to allow them to come in and contribute right now, then what's the point of having Noni? What's the point of having Mudryk? What's the point of having individuals in a team like Carney Chukwuemeka? Because if you're just going to be patient with them, then what was the point of signing these individuals? I think personally we should give a skip to both of those players. Then the crazy news came out, and at first it became, in my opinion, just a rumor that the fan base was, because I couldn't believe my eyes. Emile Smith-Rowe. We're linked with Emile Smith-Rowe, Arsenal's Emile Smith-Rowe. And what I just don't understand is he's not playing for Arsenal. He's not making impactful minutes off the bench for Arsenal. Yet, Chelsea are willing to invest in him. Look, I understand the kid's got great statistics, but the guy also has a crazy injury record. Like an injury record that is up there to parallel Reece James's injury record, and our fans aren't even patient with him. We basically got rid of Christian Pulisic, and we're going to bring in another player that is just injury prone with a lot of potential. It doesn't make sense to me. And to add more to the drama, Arsenal will want around about 60-70 million pounds for him. They're basically going to want the Havertz money back. For me, don't get me wrong, I think Emile Smith-Rowe is a very talented individual, but he's just not worth that money at this moment in time. I genuinely believe sometimes the best option is to do no business. Then we get linked with scrubbers like Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres was at Manchester City. After a year, he didn't cut it, he got moved on to Barcelona. In that year, he got kicked out of that Barcelona team after Barcelona, in their financial crisis, invested money. So what makes you think he's good enough for Chelsea Football Club? Ferran Torres is basically a B-Tech Pedro, and not even a decent B-Tech, not even an accredited Pedro. He is just a pathetic individual of an excuse for somebody that can fit a role. He's not good enough for Chelsea. He's not good enough for a top 4 side. He is not good enough at any level that is top 4 Champions League level. And Chelsea should be aiming for that. We are not in the business of giving rehabilitation. Not talking about the fact that we are now linked with Jadon Sancho, made up by the fans, by the way. Do not believe that. I don't believe under no circumstances that Chelsea are linked to Jadon Sancho. Look, guys, the next 3 days are going to be like, the next 3 days we're going to hear names that you did not expect to be linked with our club. If they really want somebody that can come in that 10 role, that can play in the right wing, that can play in the left wing, and they want to take a gamble, dude, look further than don't look any further than Joao Felix. Joao Felix is the solution to this problem. You bring him in on a loan. If he shines this year, next year you sign him on an outright permanent. If he doesn't shine, bye-bye, Joao. Go back to Madrid and you're their problem. But at this moment in time, no Nkunku till January. Carney Chukwuemeka's out at least for another 5 weeks. And then that's not including time for him to get back up to speed. Joao on that left wing is going to work. Joao in that right wing is going to work. Especially if you put Sterling on the opposite side and Sterling being the guy that makes runs in behind. Honestly, I don't see why we're not doing it. If we're going to spend 50, 60 million pounds on somebody, take the risk there. Don't take the risk with any youngster that is not proven at all. Finally, the news regarding Cucurella yesterday that came out and I reported is actually genuinely very, very credible. Like, we spoke about it yesterday that Manchester United were looking and have asked about Marc Cucurella. But now it looks like reports in Spain, reports in Italy are coming out with, there's almost been an agreement between Chelsea and Manchester United that, yeah, talk ahead. Like, he's all yours. Talk to us, just pay us the terms that we want. For example, we want a loan fee and we want his wages covered. And he's all yours. Manchester United have narrowed it down to 3 individuals. And what I find in this list very hilarious, it's basically 3 individuals that are 3 different types of left backs. So they've got Cucurella, who's more of an inverted left back, an individual that can play left centre back, but at the same time can play left wing back and left back in the sense that he will cut into the midfield and always be an option and then try to spray the ball through. You've got an out and out left winger in Reguilon. Reguilon is not a left back. Do not fool yourselves. He cannot defend to save his life. He just likes to bomb forward and put crosses in. And then you got Marcos Alonso, a left wing back. So I do not understand what Manchester United are trying to do. But the reports are that Erik ten Hag's first preference is Marc Cucurella. He wants Marc Cucurella. He thinks Marc Cucurella is the guy to take the club forward. He thinks at this moment in time, getting him in on loan and basically rehabbing his career will be good for him. And for me, what is very nice to see in this deal is that Chelsea could potentially get back an asset in 12 months' time that is A, either ready to compete, or B, could actually be sold on for decent amounts of money. So, in my opinion, move him on, because Chelsea and Pochettino have decided that Ian Maatsen is the way forward. And I love it because Ian Maatsen came in with a big reputation this summer. A lot of us wanted him to stay. A lot of us believe in him. And it looks like the kid is willing to sign a new 5-year deal, or maybe even a 6 or 7-year deal. Because the reality is he's going to get a beautiful pay bump. I think it's a matter of time until he kicks Chilwell out of this team. I think once he starts getting opportunities and Poch sees the talent he has on his hand, he's going to keep him. Purely based on the versatility of the player, his comfort in possession, and his ability to chip in with goals here and there is also unprecedented. But that's just my personal opinion. So as it stands, it could be that we're going to have a crazy outgoing window. Like Cucurella could be gone as well. And it tells me something about this board. They do not care if they paid a lot of money for you or not. If it needs be, they will eat a loss and get rid of you. So guys, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments below who would be your #1 pick for the number 10. And also, Cucurella, would you loan him or would you give him another chance? Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts. Peace out. I'm out.